Hello and welcome to the first episode of No Fail, where we will be talking about feeling like not achieving much, and where I give some success tips. Yes, I'm not the most successful person, but by far. But I often had that feeling that because of many different negative experiences that I was really a failure and stuff, and I'm going to show you how I motivated myself in those situations, and what you can do and all that stuff. In this first episode, I wanted to um, talk to you a bit about my background and what I think about this topic, and then next few episodes we can move on to some tips and other things that I've learned. The problem was I have quite some negative experiences in my old. As I went to school, one of the schools I went the longest time. It was a very negative experience and negative atmosphere there. It was like, for example, my um, math teacher told us always we were the worst group that he ever had, and that we would never make our exams and stuff. And but I later found out he said that to every class, so maybe to try to motivate us to prove him wrong. But we found it at that time, at least I found it very very counterproductive. But yeah, and then also because I can't see very well, then I always needed, not always, but in quite some more situations than others maybe, needed help. So I always felt like I was always a little bit a weaker person, and then all those negative things like that I told you in my school. And also there were a few people there in my group um, who always looked for someone to make a mistake, or other things, that so that they can pick on that person until they have found someone new. And well, that is one of the reasons why I can be quite shy in some situations, because I think, oh, what will that person think of me? Like, will that person choose me as the next person to pick on? Even though I know that most people don't do that, but because still this negative experience. But I'm very happy that many positive situations have taken place now, so that this affects me less and less. But yeah, that are a few of those reasons why I often felt like a real big failure, someone who cannot do anything and anything. And another thing is, I started doing websites with my first little website with 14, and always, from then to today, I always struggle with visitors, and I really work so hard and say, hey, if you have any suggestions what I can make better, I would be happy to listen to you. Well, I would be then always nervous, because as I told you, I'm always a little afraid of, oh, what will people think of me, will they pick at me and stuff. But I would at least give them the opportunity. But well, I think every little kindergarten kid could even now, even a few years later, where I learned very much about getting visitors and stuff. Still, every little kindergarten kid could count my daily visitor counts on some of my projects. So I always felt like I'm working so much, and I'm doing so much, and really trying to give something good to people, but they don't care. I have so many zeros in my statistics, and some numbers that you can count on one hand. And even though I'm really, even sometimes invested money, like I have a paid hosting, but that I have paused in the moment, because I had quite some money problems, and so I couldn't really afford that luxury. But as soon as I pay the next bill, that will be in a few days, my sites will be up again, like morebloggingsuccess.com and stuff. Um, yeah, and so I always felt like, oh, I'm working for nothing. So that was also like one of the reasons I didn't expect much money or stuff, even though I could really do with the money, because, well, I'm still looking for a job, so I don't have much money. But I was looking for people for that the work that I do would be seen and would be at least a little appreciated with a nice, maybe 2 word thank you comment or something, or thank you was helpful or something, just to know that my work, I didn't do the work for myself, but even though I enjoyed it, but also that others will see the things and have and use them, like tips that I give, or um, discussions, or community sites I put up and stuff. So yeah, those are the reasons why I often felt like failure and stuff, and oh, like I couldn't do anything right and stuff. But in this video series, I'm wanting to, yeah, to show you that it's not true. Even though I still often feel like that, but it's not true. It's just some things in the past and some circumstances that try to give you those feelings, but they're absolutely not true. Because, I mean, only because you have now maybe a difficult time doesn't mean you could that you can't be successful in half a year or stuff. So, so all the difficulties are only temporary. So, as I said in the poetry that will be that I will upload soon as video. Um, the poetry is called the poem is called "Mind the Gap." I said, mind the gap between having a difficult time and in your whole life being crap. So only because you maybe have a difficult time doesn't mean your whole life is meaningless and all the stuff. So in a few weeks or months, even you might even be laughing about the situation now. I think, oh, that really wasn't that difficult or bad as I felt it was inside of the situation. So I hope you will look forward to the next few videos where I share some of my tips, how I motivated myself in those situations. And thank you that this channel absolutely isn't a fail, because I already have a nice comment from someone. I will, in my upcoming video about channel recommendations that I want to do regularly, every time about different topics, maybe one time about gaming channels, the other time about poetry and stuff, I will definitely there link to and recommend that person's channel, because it's really helpful. Yeah, and please know that you're absolutely not failure. I mean, you just achieved to watch a video that hopefully motivates you. And I know that everyone has some skills and some things he or she is passionate about, and that means there's potential in you that you can use to be successful in any way that fits your personality and your set of skills and passions and interests. Have a nice day. Bye.